A couple very interesting questions on the subject of education and genius. This from a health writer in New York. There is growing interest in the scientific community about the potential of the human brain, including attempting to locate the origins of genius in the brain. What does Maharishi see as the origin of true genius? And why do so many of our greatest geniuses, artists, scientists, musicians, seem to have such unbalanced and even unhappy lives?
Education of arts, science and commerce is not graphic, it's not total education. It does not train the brain physiology to be totally used in thinking or action. Very partial use of the brain is utilized in any field of knowledge or action. All these called the great geniuses, Nobel Prize winners in physics and in chemistry and this and this and this, their partial brain is used, only partial brain is used. Look to the other aspects of their life, they are in bankruptcy. Education today is very fragmented. It does not use total brain in thinking or speaking and action. No. The only one experience that trains the total brain to function, there is only one experience. There is only one experience, 1,000 times we can repeat this. There is only one experience which makes use of total brain physiology, and that is the experience of abstract emptiness. Abstract emptiness. In the Vedic literature, the word is atyanta bhav, absolute abstraction. When absolute abstraction is clearly comprehended, that comprehension requires all aspects of brain to be lively. That simply means transcendental consciousness experience. Transcendental consciousness experience. The experience of transcendental consciousness is the only experience that requires total brain physiology to function at a time. That is why our formula for unfolding the latent genius in everyone is through practice of transcendental meditation. Practice of transcendental meditation takes the mind, takes the awareness to comprehend clearly the absolute abstraction, the vacuum state, clearly. And in that eternal silence is the seat of infinite dynamism. Total brain functioning means total brain activating the potential of infinite dynamism, and that is the experience of infinite silence, transcendental consciousness. There is nothing other than this experience that can ever utilize or make lively the functioning of total brain. That is why we have been recommending to the world one period a day in the classrooms. One period a day in the classrooms in that age of, say, 10 to 20 years, something like that. These 10, 15 years of age group in every country can be trained to make use of total brain in thinking, in feeling, in desiring, in speaking, in behaving. Total brain. And total brain is cosmic potential of creativity. Cosmic potential of creativity. Total brain. Now the science has found out, physics has located, unified field. Unified field is field without boundaries. No boundaries, no boundaries. Only the experience of the field without boundaries. A proper experience, a sharp experience, a clear experience of the field will train the functioning of the brain physiology to function in a manner to make use of the total potential of dynamism and silence, both. Infinite silence, infinite dynamism. When the total brain can be functioning at a time. So during this student age, in every generation, one period a day in the classrooms. In half the period, give them experience of this. In the other half, explain to them intellectually what is all this about. Give them intellectual understanding in half the period and give them direct experience in half the period, 15, 20 minutes, like that. And this will bring out about 20% of the population of each country, creating coherence in the national consciousness. Coherence in national consciousness will be the basis of successful administration in the nation. Successful administration means the administrator will be fulfilled, he will be happy, and the administered will be happy. Nobody will make mistakes, so the administrator will not have to punish anyone. Lot of energy, national energy, goes in in punishing the criminals, in punishing those who speak wrong things, who do wrong behavior, like that. So the whole administration will become easy, will become more positive, will become more purposeful. Otherwise, today's thing is, neither the administrator is happy, nor the administered are happy. So there is unhappiness on both sides, because total brain functioning is not trained. No one is trained. Individuals are not given that education by the administration which will make use of the total brain functioning. That is why things are not very satisfactory. Nobody is satisfied today. And when nobody is satisfied today, then we have to think what should be something new which is not yet in practice in society, which will make everything right. And this we came out to be, to have proven through programming, through the scriptural authenticity. Vedic literature is a highly authentic literature. For ages it has been a record. People understanding it differently is a different thing. But the record of infinite creativity embedded in infinite silence, this record is there, and that is Vedic literature. Vedic literature has a record. If it is misunderstood or if it is not properly utilized, it's a fault of every generation. But as principle, as a record of the most successful and brilliant quality of society, the record is there, the knowledge is there, theory is there, program is there, authenticity is proven throughout the ages. What more one can demand except get into the groove and enjoy the float? So what we are offering is reliable, authentic, very easy for the government, very easy for every governed people, for every religion. This is the resort of life, for every religion. This is the light of God. Natural law, total natural law. John Hagelin has defined it in terms of higher states of consciousness. He mentioned the word unity consciousness. That is the aspiration of the wise of all ages. Unity consciousness, higher states of consciousness. And then, it was talked in terms of communion to the almighty will of God. Now in the scientific age we say natural law. It's the same thing whether we call it natural law or we call this will of God. Whatever we call, the content is the same, and that is most rewarding level of one's own existence and the existence of all together. Unity consciousness. Very beautiful record, very beautiful knowledge, very beautiful technology of knowledge to put it to practice. Everything is completely ready, we put it to practice. And fortunately, in this generation, we got the aspiration from Gurudev, from our tradition of Vedic masters, that ancient record has not been properly used. Now we begin to use it, and we create all these peace palaces according to the system of cosmic intelligence, higher intelligence, which dictates the front of the building should always be facing the rising sun, where the most healthy rays enter the entrance of the house, and all those, everything is set in the best interest of life. Best interest of life means in the cosmic interest, in the global interest, where the individual is not deprived of his cosmic potential. It's a very great joy to talk about it, to discuss about it, to give it to others, to enjoy, to train teachers of it, to build houses for it, peace palaces for it, and to have individuals in every country, some small groups of 1,000 somewhere, 500 somewhere, 200, 300 somewhere, depending on the population of the country. It is very, very simple and within our reach for every government of ours in the world to be completely easy, positive, fulfilling in every way, economically fulfilled, politically fulfilled, in every way, medicine-wise fulfilled, education-wise fulfilled, defense-wise, there will be no enemy to anyone. It will not be necessary to amass destructive weapons because there will be no enemy to anyone. Prevention-oriented, problem-free administration. And prevention-oriented, problem-free administration to create an ideal for everyone, to create an example for everyone. We have established our global country of world peace, and the first ruler of it, Dr. Hagelin introduced Dr. Rajaramji for it, introduced to the world Rajaramji about his scientific nature and about his competence to do so, as an administrator.